My world is a mix of this peaceful land floating above the dreaded void, or this jumble of weird terrain that just kind of floats in the sky, which makes my world super difficult to play on. But at the minute, I am on a mission to completely transform this crater at the very center of my world. And honestly, I'd say I'm doing a pretty good job so far. I started here making a nice little house to store all my materials, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks pretty good. I then extended all my paths and made some lovely bridges and just beautiful trees, and I experimented with rocks, and I did this. I did so much last episode. Honestly, I can't even list it all. Coming up on this lovely iron farm that we decorated last episode. Oh, not gonna lie, it looks really good. You might think that I'm ready to just get started on whatever building is next, but unfortunately I'm not. These materials have taken so freaking long to gather. I'm not even gonna lie. And for the scale of the project that I want to work on in this build, I need to do a little something to get materials a little easier. And that starts over here. As you can see, I did get started a little bit on building some farms, but this is not enough. I flattened a lot of this area out so I can build more, many more. And I think I honestly just need to start building them. But there's one thing happening here, and that is that some farms require materials from another farm. So I'm going to need to build the farms one at a time. And then because they require materials for another farm, I haven't been able to gather all the materials. If that makes any sense. I'm going to have a little bit of a time lapse, I guess, of building the farm and gathering materials for the farms. And I'm going to explain what we're going to be building right after I'm done. Okay. All right, it's been a while, and I finally completed all my farms. Oh, my days. This is taking so freaking long. I'll explain what kind of farms we have while I'm just trying to avoid one little special farm that I'm trying to hide. All right, number one is this beautiful cobblestone farm. It's very quick. Bosh. Stone farm. I basically sit and I just mine stone while I'm away from my computer, and it just basically makes me as much stone as everyone. Next, this one is a slime farm, right? So for most of the other farms I have, I needed loads of slime, and it works really well. I've got more slime than I'd ever need. Okay, running over here. This is my lovely bone meal farm. Yeah, so I used the slime farm to provide slime for the bone meal farm. The bone meal farm provides for all the other farms. So it kind of works in like, one farm provides for another. And then this one, right, I've got a little explanation. Where is my resources? In my old terraforming, as you can see, I used tuff and I used andesite, right? Tuff and andesite, beautiful. I realized, tuff is a nightmare to get. Andesite is so annoying to get. I've unlocked pale moss from the wandering traders, right? Look how good this looks. If you squint your eyes, they're literally like the same color. Pale moss might be a little brighter, but pale moss can be farmed, tuff cannot. So we're going for pale moss so that I can easily get materials. Andesite as well. Hold on. I'll show you andesite. So that's a pale moss farm. This is a normal moss farm. Some moss in there. Now this is life-changing. Okay, sleep. No, not yet. I can't sleep yet. There's a zombie somewhere. Andesite can be farmed, but I think you need a piglin bartering farm because it's like, the recipe's so weird. It's like quartz and gravel can be made by piglins, and quartz can be... It's a pretty weird crafting recipe anyway. So, yeah, I don't want to get andesite anymore. But look at this. This farm is so quick. I think in like 2 hours, I got 2 freaking double chests full of light gray wool. As we saw in the other terraforming, right? Because we are going to be doing some terraforming today. So andesite, light gray wool. Again, squint your eyes. They're basically the same block. With 2 farms, just 2 farms. I've been able to completely replace 2 blocks that were a nightmare to get to now farmable blocks, which are going to be easy to get, which is perfect. And it's pumping away already. Look at that. Propagule farm, kind of self-explanatory. It makes propagules. Mangrove farm, because mangroves are really annoying to get. It's pretty quick. It's very, very quick, and it doesn't use that much bone meal. So that's perfect. But again, another use for the bone meal farm is this. Freaking epic. You get loads of wood for free, basically. And then this is also just versatile tree farm. Which, yeah, just makes loads of different wood types. I think I've stolen all the wood from this. Yeah, I have. Yeah, this is also good. All these farms are so freaking helpful. Yeah, they'll be linked down below if you fancy building them, because they are very overpowered. But before I explain any of the builds, oh, look at the way I'm just F5ing over. Oh crap! I'm gonna leak something. You might see a weird gravel wall. What? Why is there a gravel wall? What? Okay, well, we'll freaking go and look at it, I guess. Wow, it's so weird that there's just a suspicious gravel wall here with a lever perfectly placed for me to just click. And you know, it's almost like my world knows it. I just can't help it but click random redstone stuff. Screw it. Okay. Except my world should know that I just can't help it but click random redstone stuff, right? What? What is this? What is happening? Oh! What? It's so loud. It's so loud. I didn't expect it to be that insane. Okay. Well, that was exactly 100 snow golems because as of recording, I've hit over 100 subscribers, like well over 100. It's over 140 at the minute, which is insane. I was at like 80 last episode, and I think that video just kind of blew up. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, this is 100 snow golems. I just freaking crafted them all out while I was making my farms. This is not meant to represent my subscribers dying. All right, now that I've got that out of the way, I think it's time for me to actually explain. Hello?
Dude, could you please keep it down? Can't you see there's a flock of swashbuckling parrots over there?
No, I don't see anything.
They're so beautiful, just sat there in that tree.
Dude, I still really do not know what you're talking about. By parrots, do you mean these weird flying boats beside us?
There's no birds more interesting than them.
I can assure you there are no birds at all inside my world. It's not even possible. Come on. Okay, this bird is actually pretty cute.
They're kind of rare, though. You only ever find them traveling with pirates. Do pirates usually try and invade your world?
Are you actually going crazy? What are you talking about today? And where did she even come from? What, you just like fell out of the sky? Maybe I'm the one that's going crazy. What is going on in my world? What?
I think that's my sign to run.
What's happening? What's going on?
Yarg! Sorry, there was something caught in me throat. Anyway, we're here to invade ya because your snout shot hit my ship. Get him, crew! Yarg!
Could this episode actually get any weirder? What is happening?
Guys, can you please keep it down? There's clearly a YouTuber trying to make a video over here.
Hey, is now a good time for me to ask you to subscribe, or is this like inappropriate because there's fighting, or what? Nutella, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Oh, what? Wake up! What? Mommy! Oh. It was just a dream. Okay, dude, that was terrifying. I need to splash my face with some water or something. Ooh. Wait, what? No, this can't be real. This cannot be real. This cannot be real. No. I cannot be a pirate. No. All right, now that things are back to normal. What? Now that things back to normal, I think I'll actually get to explaining the building plans for the video. Because it's been long enough. It's been long enough, and I think yous are owed a little explanation about what we're going to be doing today. And well, it includes this little part of land the whole way over here. Hold on, let me run to it. And yes, there is snow everywhere still from the snowmen. Don't ask where the snowmen went. So obviously we have these really ugly, disgusting farms here. You know, okay, Happy Ghast, I can hear you. This guy's so freaking loud all the time. Yeah, these ugly farms are kind of in the way, you know, let me free cam. Kind of disrupting the whole piece of the area, I think. I've also got loads of snow over here. Still, from the snow golems. There might have been some torrential rain, but the snow golems are in a better place. But yes, obviously, last episode, we made all this beautiful terraforming. So yeah, I think before we do anything a little piratey, I got to clean this area up a little bit. And, well, in the past week or so, on and off, Like, you know, I've been watching a lot of TV shows. Been watching Skins. Skins is actually a really good show if you're old enough to watch it, because it is very deep and emotional. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. I've been watching so many shows. Okay, but yeah, I've been collecting a lot of materials, a lot of dirt, a lot of grass, cobblestone for my cobblestone farm, light gray wool. I needed a lot of that. Blah 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 blah. Right, I've been collecting a lot of resources for this build, and honestly, I think it's just ready. I think you kind of understand what I'm going to be building. I'm going to be building a little bit of terraforming really quick. I'm going to make this into as quick as time-lapse as possible. Might do a little voiceover, because I feel like people enjoyed that last time. I don't know. Let me know if you enjoy me talking over the voiceovers. But yeah, I think I should just get into terraforming. I've been putting this off for like the past 2 weeks, because it's a pretty big build. This episode is probably a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than everything I've built in this world so far. It's around 100,000 resources. I think more, actually. I think it's more like 200,000 in the grand scheme of what I'm building today. Yeah, I think I'll just get into it and start building, because I'm wasting time and I should be doing productive stuff. So I'm going to build. All right, I promised another voiceover, and honestly, I need to. I'm just going to take this time to insanely thank all of you guys for the crazy support in the last video. Last episode, I got some really amazing comments as well. Like Scar FM has said, I love this series. It's a really fun watch, and they'll definitely keep watching. And I really, really hope they do, because honestly, the more of you guys that are just watching is just more motivation for me to keep going. So, I mean, yeah, sure. Go, yeah, please. But there is some more comments. There's some more comments. Just Mr. Oil has said, if someone showed me this vid with no context, I wouldn't have guessed this guy only had 100 subs. Great vid, and keep it up. Thank you so much, Mr. Oil. Honestly, I've been learning, like, throughout the years from the very best, like, Joe Sachs and Schuler. But again, thank you guys for enjoying it so far. Honestly, these comments are freaking great. And as of recording, I'm actually at 150 subscribers, which is even more insane to me as a small freaking YouTuber. But here's to 100 more, hopefully. And lastly, before I run out of time, I'd like to thank RK Raptor. Honestly, this comment just made me laugh. And yeah, I'll remember you when I'm in the big leagues, twin. Maybe I'll buy you a house like Mr. Beast or something someday. Unfortunately, I cannot read all of the comments, because there is quite a lot. But honestly, if you're sticking around or you're new to the world, I promise all you chuds, I'm gonna keep trying to deliver quality. Before this time-lapse wraps up, though, I'd love to answer any questions you guys might have regarding, like, whatever you want. So throw them down there, and I'll try and answer them all next time. Also, before this wraps up, just let me know, was that skit, like, good? Was that entertaining? Or should I do less skits? Did you enjoy it, or was it, like, trash? I want to know your exactly... Okay. Building back to the video. Bro, get out of here. Did someone say deja vu? Am I recording my audio? I am. Hello. Did someone say deja vu? I just said that. Because I've been here before. You might recognize this, because I was here at like the first minute of the video, and that is because there is more. Right, I'm just gonna tease right now. I'm just gonna be like, I'm looking around at everything else, but you're not gonna see the build. No, that's wrong. I'm gonna show you in a second. At the start of the video, I said we cannot start building until oh wait, no, I said we cannot start building until I get a farm. And then I said after the farm I need to terraform. So okay, well, I said I need to terraform so I can make my build. It all links in. It all links eventually. So I made my farms. I did my terraforming. You haven't really seen it yet. I kind of have, I guess. Here we go. Wow. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? There is more to do. But I'm not going to lie. There have been enough time lapses in this video. I'm just going to sneeze something out. I'm going to sneeze something out over here. There's a lot more to do. I really like it. I really like it. And you know what? While I've been here, a few things have been happening, right? A few things have happened. Number one, I got dark oak. I don't have any in my inventory. A wandering trader came along and he gave me some dark oak, so I'll be using some of that. Oh, this looks really good. It needs some trees. It needs some trees, I'll be honest. It needs some foliage. It's a little bare at the moment. I'm going to have to fly on that happy ghast. I have a story about that happy ghast that I will tell. All right, this is number one of the things I was listing. Is that this iron farm has been pumping away. This might not look impressive, but it's impressive to me because I did not design this farm. I don't know what I'm saying. This is just impressive. I've got free iron. You know what? I can't complain. This is working. I don't need to do anything. All right, that's story number one. I got iron for free. Number two, if I run over here, ignore this explosion from my cobblestone farm. I didn't really think about the fact that it could just explode my build. That's kind of the main thing it does. It just explodes. So That was bad planning. All right, bro. First of all, I've added a mod that I can make these guys actually sit. Okay, stop. It does that, right? Look how they fly away. They're so freaking annoying. Also, this guy has a pink harness, and you might have remembered that my other guy had a blue harness. You might also remember that I had a happy ghast. If you're one of the OG people, there was a dried ghast up here that used to watch his brother. So this is the sister, and yeah, the brother I think killed himself. I honestly don't know what happened to it. I turned around for 1 second. I was AFK. Turned around and the guy was just dead. So I've got a new happy ghast, and I've also got a mod. The happy ghasts are so annoying. Look, watch this. If I undo his sitting position, right? You can make dog sit, so why can you not make happy ghast sit? But yeah, like, how am I meant to get up to him now? Her. This is a her. She, her, she/her. I can't reach you, bro. No, sister. This is my sister. This is his sister. Oh my god. Like, how are you meant to reach these guys? So I've added a mod where you can make them stand still, because I think this should be a vanilla feature, and I think it's really annoying, the fact that they just fly around everywhere. You know what? You're coming down here. I hate gas so much. Oh, I actually need you. Okay. We're going up, inside of fire. Now that we've got a nice high vantage point, we can see what we've been building, and I really do like it. I think it matches the old terrain. Again, I've switched out some blocks, like tough is now peel moss. Andesite is now light grey wool, because both of them are farmable, so much easier to get. Actually, all of these blocks are farmable except the grass, which was a pain in the butt to get. I think I watched maybe 6 episodes of Skins. This is the second time I've mentioned Skins this episode. While I was collecting grass blocks. Honestly, good show. It's okay. We can fly nice and slow. We can enjoy the view. I think that's the point, right? I can't wait to get an elytra. I don't think I've ever said that before, but in this world, in this very seed with floating islands, I think I need an elytra soon. So, how's everyone's day been? Has anyone had some nice coffee or any nice beverage today? Or has anyone gone on a walk? Okay, we're here, kind of. This is the outer side, right? You might have seen this in the thumbnail. Oh, you know exactly what I'm building next. Whatever. Yeah, I know what you're like. You've seen the thumbnail. But low-key, this hill, this mountain thing, I'm gonna call it a hill because it's not quite tall enough for me to be a mountain. But this hill took freaking ages, maybe like 3 hours to paste into the world. But I am very happy with it. Let me zoom in and stuff so you can actually see. I'm so happy with this. This is freaking beautiful. Farms stick up out of the top. It's okay. We'll cover them with trees. But yeah, before I build the actual big, you know, the big main centerpiece of the build, I think I need to finish up this area. You know, we've enjoyed this. We've glazed it a little bit. Need to add trees, but I'm gonna add trees when I finish this area. Look, this area looks so bare. It needs some work. So I think I'm just gonna sneeze out this area of work, like I said I would. I'm not gonna waste any more time, so I'm just gonna. Oh my goodness! I've never felt the need to sneeze so bad in my life. That was crazy. Okay, well, I'm finally done all of the landscape terraforming. I'm not even, like, I'm going to be completely honest. That took maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks on and off of just on and off working on this. Yeah, I'm just really glad it's done, as you could imagine. You know, the one thing I've realized while building this is that I could really do with an elytra. As much as I hate to say that, because I don't really like elytras. I think they're a little bit, I don't know, they just make the game too quick. But for this specific world, on my days, I really need an elytra. And I need shulker boxes. These guys are so slow. Oh my goodness, help me so much. I'm going insane. If I just count out all the little features here while I'm slowly drifting through the sky, this might take a second. As you can see over here, these are new additions, right? I didn't have these before. This is kind of meant to, I feel like there's a bit missing. Have I missed a bit? I don't think so. Maybe there was an old bridge here at one point, and now all these rocks are being held up by some sort of magic. I don't know. You know, future lore plans possibly. I don't know. You might have some ideas. I have some ideas, but let me know what your ideas are so I can steal them. It's meant to represent like a bridge kind of thing that has been torn apart by something. I don't know, maybe some explosion. Wink, wink. Later in the video, there might be another explosion. Yeah, you can see there's kind of like pillars or something once here, and now the rocks are just floating there, you know, in the sky like all the other rocks, which I think is really cool. Kind of adds a little something to this tower and makes it fit in a little bit more. I also added some rocks around the support of that Again, I'm gonna have trees and stuff over this eventually. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of trees I want. I've been messing around in creative. I'm not 100% on what kind of formation I want up here. I'm also planning on building maybe a little house up here or something. I don't know, like a little wizard tower. I don't really know. Potentially. And then if I fly over here really slowly, you might realize that the rocks are kind of separating these two areas. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. Right? We got a little flat area here. Might build a little house here as well. But yeah, these rocks are separating the other kind of island area because I'm planning to build a different kind of biome thing here. I don't really know what I'm going to build here yet, but I know that that's going to be a separate project. And I feel like all the different bunches of islands, I guess, a lot of them are going to be different biomes. I want to separate the middle of this world with different biomes and lush and stuff like that. Yeah, there is some lore reasons. I'm going to keep that a little secret for now. That is pretty far into the future. I'm not planning that far ahead yet. While I was building this, I was like, maybe I should carry over the farmy area. So I might sprout that around in places as well to really, you know, solidify that this, you know, this starter area I have going on is the most lush place in the entire world at the minute. And that's where everyone gets their crops and their food from. So this area is very important to basically the life of everything else I'm going to build. But this area is also somehow magical. That's why everything's so beautiful. But, you know, wink, wink, keep that in the back of my head. I'll have some ideas for future builds with that idea. Basically, the background for what I'm going to be building, which is going to be right here in that little area of sky. It's all done, kind of, basically. I mean, yeah, all the rocks and the beautiful terraforming is done. I should probably start gathering resources, and I should probably explain potentially what I'm actually going to be building for the main build of this episode. I mean, this is kind of being the main build. This is the background of the main build, but I think it's time for me to potentially get started on the ideas and the plans of what I'm actually doing. And well, ever since I saw those pirates, I've been really wanting to build a pirate ship, and there's something, I don't know, there's something itching the back of my brain, and it's just telling me, you need to build a pirate ship. You need to build a pirate ship. So I'm gonna build a pirate ship. Hello, where? God, my FOV is too low for this. Like, get out of here. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even, like, usually want to build a pirate ship. And honestly, I'm terrible at building ships full stop. I don't know. It feels like something has latched onto me. I spent about a week, maybe, designing it. It is one of the bigger things I've ever really designed, ship-wise. And yeah, I'm not really good at designing ships. So if there's anything wrong with this, then don't complain, because I put my all into it. And that's all that matters in this life, is to put you all into anything you try. And that's all that really matters. If you feel, why am I getting like philosophical? Anyway, I'm going to collect materials for this ship because I really need to build a pirate ship. I don't even know why. I just really do. I actually do know why. This is all just another little weird skit that I'm trying to do, but I don't really know how to do skit. I could have fallen into the void there. But skits. I didn't really script this one. So I'm just going to collect materials. Stop complaining. Material gathering. Okay. I just exploded my tree farm. I have to fix this now. All right, now that that's actually fixed, finally. I don't know how I let that happen. Oh, I also need to cut away some of this, because this is also going to explode. I think it's time for me to actually gather resources. All right, I've done it. I've collected all the materials, and honestly, that did not take as long as I thought it would. The material gathering little montage might be kind of short. I did want to keep it a little shorter because I feel like there's been a lot of time lapses, a lot of montage things, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to start building, so that's why it's so short. And the video's already kind of long enough, so yeah, shortness, length, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put it like in here in this little open space, you know, going past the rocks, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. As I said that a million times in this episode, I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get into it. and I want to start building. So time to build again. Yes, building. Yeah, and I guess I'll explain what I'm doing while I'm building it. Okay, it's time to use these and build. Hello, Ghast, I need you. Let's go. I said I would explain what I was building while I was building it, but low-key, I explain what I was building after I build it. So, I love building. I love building. Montage. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop being annoying because I explain it afterwards, and that is gonna be anytime now, probably. Bye. Wow, I'm building the sails. Oh, the sun went up. Sails. Oh, another angle. Our pirate. That's a skull. That's pretty scary. Oh my goodness, this guy's low-key moving so quick. Oh, skull. Also, Voxy mod does not work when I do these time lapses. That's why you see so small in the render distance. I hope that explains anything. Okay, wait, it's actually whatever this time. Okay, bye. All right, the pirate ship is now finally done, and it looks freaking amazing. Look at it behind me. Oh my goodness. My only complaint would be that ever since I started building this ship, I've had a really weird pain in my head. I don't really know how to explain how this feels, but I don't know if I can do any more building anymore. I really don't know what to do from here.
Do we need to possess him? Just to make another ship? There's gotta be another way home. Why do we have to do it to him? Why should we make him suffer? You need to remember, he destroyed our ship with his snow golem. And we don't have the materials or resources to get home, unfortunately. There's only one way to get home, and that's through him. He's our only hope.
Huh? No. This can really not be real. What the fuck? All right, I finally done it. I think I've actually defeated the ship. Oh, hello. I've gone ahead and made another subscriber launcher. I think it is finally taken down the ship. You know, I didn't originally think that I needed to take down the ship. I'm starting to feel a lot more like myself. I really didn't want all those delusions or bad dreams or whatever they were coming to life. So yeah, the ship is destroyed so that no one can ever touch it. You're one of the free birds that couldn't destroy the ship, I guess. You need a name. I need to name you. If I sound a little tired, it's probably because this video has genuinely taken about a month. I've been trying to work out, like, how to end this storyline for a while. And maybe the storyline isn't ended yet. Maybe it's just ended for this episode. Oh, who knows? But let me know if you enjoyed the skits, and I might do a little bit more. But we'll have to see about that, because, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with them, but they take a while, and is it worth doing if you guys don't like? Probably not. But yeah, let's have a look at the actual ship now that it's quote-unquote destroyed. Also, I just realized that I could do this with my happy gas, and I never knew this was even a thing. Kind of fun. Hold on. A little bit of this, a little bit of this. All right, let's make this a little nicer. A little bit of this. Bring him up. All right. And if I put him down here. Dude, these guys are like actually such a pain to control. I hate this so much sometimes. I got those two bits in. Come here. And if I make him go like this. This should low-key be like a mini game. Why has anyone done this yet? I hope so. Yo, hey, okay. Did I just draw with my first? I don't even know how to explain what I just did. I just made my happy ghast and my snow golem into a little smiley face. Wait, this should be used more. This is so cool. Oh, that's so sick. I just made like a pencil. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at my build now. All right, you caught me. Was I just trying to make up a story the entire episode as to why I wanted to build a ship? And then eventually I have to make up an excuse for why I wanted that ship to be like exploding Maybe. But did I also maybe get kidnapped by pirates and possessed? And then I had to build the pirate ship for the pirates to escape. And then I woke up because I realized what the pirates had done to me. And then I exploded their ship. Also, definitely, yes. Yeah, let's take that option instead. This looks freaking amazing. Oh, wow. I think I might need to light up the fire a little bit. I had candles in my schematic. Also, there's mob spawning. So I might need to go in and place them. I would say this looks pretty... Oh, no. You can't even look at anything right now. You're just looking at dirt. This looks pretty good. I had to ask multiple people, and I said, what does this look like to you? What exactly is going on in this scene? And people said, it looks like a pirate ship that's burning, or, you know, it's been bombed, you know, or like whatever. And it's on fire and it's burning. So, I mean, I think it looks like that. I think it looks really good. You can clearly see that that's smoke, and that's a big explosion. You know, I've exploded it with some lore. I don't really know exactly what the lore is yet. I mean, at the minute, I guess the lore is that. But I guess one of these snow golems that are also canonically subscribers. I don't know. You could go really in depth to the lore going on in this episode. There's a lot. Yeah, one of them exploded the ship, I guess. But yeah, look. Oh, it looks really good. Let me go in for a little closer details. All right, here I am underneath. Well, no. Yeah, under the smoke, under the giant mist of this awesome ship. Is the ship a little bare in terms of decoration? Maybe, possibly. But yeah, at some point I need to go through my whole world and just add like foliage, decoration, small little details and stuff like that. That's something I promise I'm gonna get to that. If things feel a little empty, that's probably the main reason. You know, small details really make up a lot of a world and a lot of a space and a lot of just the way that I guess a world kind of lives and works together. So I will be adding small details like that, little fine details. Okay, this is definitely my favorite detail. Is the big skull on this? Oh, on this whatever this is even called. I don't even know. Seal. Wow. That's yeah. I should have known that. Which I used a reference for, and I think this actually looks really good. I also got like crossbones up here. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh right. Yeah. The way that everything's moving, right? I've got movement, I've got color, I've got shape, I've got freaking everything. I've got contrast. Everything is so great in this build. It's like an art piece. It literally is. So, if you've got an interesting little eye, you'll notice that these seals are actually angled at like different angles. So it looks like the force that this ship was hit with has kind of shook it a little bit. So it's kind of all over the place. So, you know, we've got these seals here that are kind of wobbly, if you can see that, kind of slanting downwards. And then kind of just, I think it's slanting forward. This one is slanting forward a little bit. Yeah, look, you can see that these sails are slanting forward. I mean, the ship is at an angle as well itself. But yeah, obviously these sails are not, you know, right behind each other. So these sails as well, because they're even closer to the explosion, look like they're about to fall off or tip the ship completely over. So there's just so much movement in this entire ship. Even these sails are angled. Possibly one of the coolest things I've ever made in Minecraft. I want to draw your eye to this area. But I think the ship itself, you know, after saying all of that, I think the ship itself is a good start to where we're going to be going with possible more flying ships. It's also heavily inspired by the Captain Hook ship. There's not really any explanation as to why it's floating, other than the fact that everything else in this world is floating, so it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Don't you dare tell me to put propellers on it. Do you even know how many times I've heard that? Oh, put a propeller on it. Put propellers on it. Make it look like it's actually flying. Yes, well, it's floating, okay? And that's how it works. That's how ships in this world work. There's some ships that are going to sea, okay? But this ship is just floating, and that's fine. All right, my final detail was just over here. I've just removed this glass, so I need to do this, and that is my steering wheel. I think that looks pretty good the way it is, just there. And then if I go ahead and just plop that up, I think this really makes it all. Is that a name tag? Is that Joe Sachs?
Oh, guess
hello?
I was right about the birds after all.
Huh? All right, that's all from me today. Are you like okay, Joe Sachs? They're somewhere in the void. I don't know if they're gonna be back anytime soon. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'm really sorry for the pretty extended wait for this video to come out. I've been super busy. It's been St. Patrick's Day. It's been friggin' every other holiday, and I've been super busy with coursework and just absolutely everything. But this is finally out. Finally. I'm so free, but I'm going to be doom scrolling on Pinterest for the next big build. And trust me, the next build will be absolutely freaking amazing. Might have to get an elytra soon. Might have to get shulker boxes soon. So I don't know. That could be in the next one. I don't know. We'll see. Depends what everyone's saying. But I'm kind of just floating aimlessly into the wall. Okay, we're in the abyss now. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye. I love you. And see you later. Bye.
I found some miners on the top. This is
On a televideo.